Hello everyone, this is Jin. I do apologize for the cringy voice if this is the first time you hear me. So, the new map just came out with the new DLC and it just totally blew me away. It is beautiful, it is large, and there's a lot of fun stuff to do on it, believe me. It's one of my favorite maps so far, and one of my favorite things to do is spawn picking. Now, I know a lot of people don't like spawn picking or even hate it, but it is part of the game and people will still do it. At first, when I decided to make this video, I wanted to do a spawn by spawn guide commentary, but then I realized that there is not that much to say about it, rather than it would be recommended to use an ACOG while you attempt to spawn peek, but with some practice, the other scopes, I think they will do just fine. So, instead of the boring spawn by spawn commentary, I opted to briefly explain how things work for the people who are a bit newer to the game, and try not to be very boring for the more experienced people that are watching right now. The beauty of it stays in the fact that it can go both ways, attackers and defenders. As a defender, you might have the upper hand sometimes if the attacker is not prepared, but remember this: if the attacker knows what you're up to, your chances of success can reduce dramatically, putting them on the winning side of the engagement. Another thing that is worth mentioning is that the detection time outside for the defender is going to depend on whether the operator that you choose is a 1-speed, 2-speed, or a 3-speed. Fact that influences how fast the attacker can respond back. So today I want to present you all the spawn picking spots that I've been able to find out in my 2-3 days of constant dry running and playing out with things. I could say pretty confidently that I managed to discover pretty much every obvious place, alongside with some really spicy ones. You're gonna like it. You probably noticed by now that I chose to take every spawn in order, in a certain order, starting with teacup spawn, and represent every possibility for each one of the specific spawns, making the video probably a bit more fluent and smoother to watch. And by the way, I've put both points of view side by side in order to replicate a better and maybe more realistic scenario of how the things are gonna go down. And also, if you're confused about where the spots and places that you need to be in are, just pay a bit more attention to the compass that is centered at the bottom of the screen, and you'll see the name and the floor of every location. I tried to be as concise as possible with the visual representation, not wasting any time with unnecessary explanations and guiding, because I do know every one of you is smart enough to figure out the specific details, and also I really don't want to put myself in the position of telling anyone what to do or how to do it, because I'm sure there are more variations, like way more variations, to all these spawn peaks than the naked eye can see. Also, you probably noticed that the round count is not the same in the split screen representation. Please don't mind that. Everything was recorded twice by me inside a custom game, because my friend who helped me with this couldn't record the footage on his side, so a little bit more work with that one. I hope everything looks and feels smooth like butter. on an ending note, I just want to say that even though everything was put in specific order, it still might seem a little bit confusing and mixed up, so I've put some timeline bookmarks in the description to make it even easier, so make sure you check that out. Now, with the remaining time, I want to take this opportunity and talk to you guys about the future of the channel, since we're growing bigger and bigger with every single day. I really don't want to center my channel on only one thing, like for example highlights. Don't get me wrong, there's really nothing wrong with it, I really enjoyed them. But I would like to avoid doing the same thing, and at the same time I would like to also avoid any type of only plain gameplay, since it feels almost lazy, and a lot of people and YouTubers that are probably way more entertaining are already doing it, so yeah, that's basically it. And I've come to realize that the channel needs a bit of spice, something fun for everyone, like some funny moments, but at the same time, if there's any useful information regarding the game and all that stuff, I kind of feel like sharing the information as well. But at the end of the day, your opinion matters the most. So please do tell me your thoughts in the comments, and just keep in mind, I love to interact with you guys. I enjoy playing the games and find new stuff out. The editing process is challenging, but also a ton of fun because it pushes me to create something better every time. But the best thing is to interact with you guys. That makes me laugh, makes me try harder, do it better, and keeps me motivated, giving me the energy to put it all together. It is one of the best feelings. Every kind word that comes out of you guys matters. Don't ever forget that. Last but certainly not least, I want to thank every single one of you from the bottom of my heart for all the support you guys have shown me recently and in the past few months. It means the world to me, dude. I'm like blasted. You have no idea how much it means to me. I put all my passion in what I'm doing, and I always try to make it as entertaining as I can possibly do it. So again, massive thank you, and let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.